Hey, welcome. We're rolling so you can say your name and outlet and begin. Thank you.
Awesome. Rohan Patel, comic book movie. Hi, Joe and Eliza. How are you?
Hey
Hi.
man, how's it going?
Sorry, I said it's Elisa, right?
Yes, thank
Yeah,
you.
sorry about that.
No worries.
But so I want to just get started with Joe. Your character Tim seemingly has a lot to prove this season, and he has what you would call like shifting allegiances throughout the season. So what do you say? What would you say that when you're playing this character, what does he really want to prove? I guess.
Well, I don't know. It's always very tricky, and we're not sure like what we're allowed to talk about just yet.
Oh no, this will
Um,
run whenever. You're fine with spoilers if you need to, but
okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just out to prove that like Monarch's initial mission statement is true and good, and that they shouldn't be hiding that like they have the resources and the 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 people to study and protect. And I think what's happened is the organization has just sort of lost its way, and he's down there sequestered in the basement, and kind of is the one of the only voices thinking like we're losing our way here. So I think ultimately everything that he's trying to do is just bring Monarch back to where the sort of 1950 story with Keiko and young Bill and Lee started.
yeah, absolutely. And Eliza, since you're also kind of saddled with him a little bit throughout the season, and what would you say her kind of allegiance to Monarch is versus or now her newfound sort of dynamic with him?
Dynamic with who did you say? Sorry.
Oh, with Joe's Tim character.
Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, she's like a skilled operative who's probably has a background in like maybe intelligence for the French government or something like that. So I think Monarch is it's another type of institution for her essentially, and she's brought to the cause because she has her own reasons for, caring about the survival. And you know, uh, I think she's in it. She's kind of like her own agent in some ways. So she's in it for the greater good. Could it be Marnik? Could it be something else? Like who knows? I don't want to spoil but it's I don't think unlike Tim, who like Joe just said has this sort of like thing about the history of Monarch and this passion about it and all of that. I don't think that necessarily matters to her all that much, but she operates in it, as a means to an end.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think Tim's reasons are institutional, where I feel like Duvall's are a bit more personal.
yeah, absolutely. And then since everyone's sort of put through the ringer on this show, was there any particular and then you're also working with these giant like the stars of the show are obviously these massive titans. And so like what was the sort of most challenging location that you may have had to shoot at? Or what did both of you sort of just find like, oh, this is what we're doing today?
Again, how did you say we were on spoilers? Like, you don't want to
Oh no,
like.
you're fine on spoilers if you want to.
Okay, I would say like for me, like one of the challenging locations we had was being out in this sort of desert, um, you know, purely and simply because the the elements were kind of like in some ways against, it's like super hot and like a lot of sound everywhere, and we had cactuses like just sort of getting into our skin, but yeah, in a purely sort of like, yeah, physical kind of point of view, that was kind of a challenge. Like, yeah, fun though.
And Joe.
Yeah, I remember one day the craft services wasn't that great for me.
They didn't
No,
have
I think
peanut butter filled pretzels.
yeah, that I demanded and they just didn't have them. No, I think filming in Tokyo was actually like my favorite place to be, but also it was quite difficult because the humidity. We were there in August, and so it was incredibly hot and crowded and stuff like that. So there was something that was very challenging about that, but also like a ton of fun at the same time. Like I think like Elisa alluded to, even the things that were hard were like fun to participate in.
Awesome. Well, I love the show, but thank you so much both of you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
great to meet you, buddy.
Good to meet you. Thank you.